Hey everybody, welcome to the real United States. And welcome again to downtown Washington, D.C. And we are here in front of the Samuel Gompers Memorial Statue. Now, where this is located, we're on the convergence of L Street and Massachusetts Avenue and, what is this, 7th, I think, maybe? And this intersection, very close to the center of downtown DC, is a park, which is Samuel Gompers Park. Now we'll get into who Samuel Gompers was a little bit, for those of you who don't know, in just a little bit. But let's start with this beautiful bronze statue in his honor. This is the work of sculptor Robert Aiken. And typical, I think, of Aiken's work is these allegorical figures that are around the outside of the main figure. Now, when I say typical of, Aiken's most famous work is probably the 9 allegorical figures on the West Piedmont of the Supreme Court building, just behind the United States Capitol downtown. Now, these 9 figures, which again are allegorical figures like liberty and things like that, are actually sculpted based on real people. And a close examination will show you that one of the figures is actually Aiken himself, seated to the proper left of Chief Justice Hughes. So, yeah, he was not it wasn't uncommon for him to use allegorical figures in his work. Now this again is a bronze statue. It is 8 feet by 12 feet by 21 feet. It is a huge piece of bronze. I don't know what it weighs. I'm sure it's hollow, but it is just gargantuous. And of course it's sitting on a marble platform and then a raised area in the middle of the park. Really a very pretty little triangular park, common where these cross roads like Massachusetts Avenue, which is an angular road, comes across 2 other intersections. You get these little triangular pieces of soil. So they put a park there often. And we're going to visit another one just across from here in our next episode. So anyway, who the heck was Samuel Gompers? Well, he was a cigar maker, and he was a labor leader. And in fact, he was elected the president of the Cigar Makers Union Local 144, I think, in 1875, but not his real claim to fame. Gompers went on in 1886 to found the American Federation of Labor, the AFL, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with as later part of the AFL-CIO. Probably the largest labor organization in America, certainly it was at the time. So Gompers was a person who tried to practice tolerance and get people to get along rather than butt heads with them. He tried to create harmony between the different labor unions and organizations. And anyway, I won't ramble on and on about him, but a very significant figure in American history because of his role in forming this huge labor organization. Obviously in the early part of the America, in the 19th century certainly, labor got abused by businesses, by labor owners, and the people got taken advantage of, long hours, low pay, yada yada, and organized labor in the beginning of the 20th century turned a lot of that around. So Gompers was one of the key figures in that, and I believe he passed away in 1949. So he lived at the turn of the century and well into the first half of the 20th century. You can see that they have a lot of inscriptions here. I won't read them all to you. This is all stuff you could probably look up easily enough. But I really wish I knew more about the figures and the allegory. The art of all this intrigues me, but you know, it's hard to say what an artist had in mind when he made a figure sculpture or a painting or whatever piece of art they make. You can guess, but unless they actually come out and write it down or tell people, you know, you don't know. I mean, you really don't know. So, anyway, Samuel Gompers, and this is another one of those really big statues. People walk by all day long and they don't really seem to notice, or they don't take the time to come up and read, you know, about him. But then again, it doesn't really give you that much material. It's just some kind of cool things, but it doesn't tell you that he was a labor leader or when he lived. I mean, they got his name, but there's no inscription. If it is, maybe it's on the back. There's no inscription telling me, you know, when he was born, when he died, whatnot. So anyway, that is Samuel Gompers Park and the Samuel Gompers Memorial here in downtown Washington, D.C. I hope you've enjoyed this short visit, and if you've got questions or comments, or perhaps something to share with everyone else that I've missed, please leave it in the comment section down below. I love hearing from all of you. I try to get back to everybody I can. If you're new here, hey, click subscribe. Come along for the adventure, because we got lots more to show you. And as always, well, thank you for watching.